What's up, everybody? Arrg the Pirate here, and today is our first ever challenge. Now, before we get into the challenge, let's go over the deck that I'm using. Now, I have Healing Towers, Onslaught, Experienced, Mana Fountain, Spell Shield, and lastly, Overpowered spells for my gems. Now, for my cards, I have Exoskeleton, Flame of Zetchin, Pack Leader, Invader Mage, Growth Totem, Finder of Playthings, Apex Predator, and lastly, Grinning Spectre. Now, our first ever challenge was given to us by Jerry Jin. I have a challenge for you, Arrg. Build solo lane Morigesh without using the intellect affinity. Now, I'm assuming that he meant the knowledge affinity, because, you know, intellect isn't an affinity anymore, but it used to be. So I'm assuming that it's not the tree, and I did respond to this message, but he didn't get back to me. So, Jerry, if you meant don't use intellect gems and things like that, sorry, bud. We went ahead and did that, but we are not using knowledge, and so that's really going to have an impact on our early game. But I went ahead and went with Growth Death, so I do have Invader Mage. You know, I don't have that sustain, I don't have Font. This is definitely not a deck I like using with Morigesh, and to be quite honest, guys, I don't really care for Morigesh anymore since they reduced her run speed, guys. Feels bad, man. Now, Jerry, I love this idea of challenges, and if y'all have challenges for me, go ahead and throw them up. You know, let me know if y'all would like me to go over the deck like I usually do, or maybe just do like a live thing, or, you know, kind of let me know, because I definitely don't recommend doing these type of things. You know, I feel Morigesh can do okay in that solo lane, but, you know, at the same time, there's so many better options, and, you know, limiting yourself with the deck as well. You know, I think if I were to play Morigesh in the solo lane, I would definitely want knowledge. So I don't really want, you know, to say, hey, this is a great deck, you know, which is what I typically do. So let me know if y'all like me to go over the deck. But again, guys, I'm kind of just poking this crunch. You know, we're hoping to get some damage on him, and I want to freeze this lane down at my tower, you know, rob him of getting any farm, and you can see we're doing it pretty decent. Morigesh, you know, she isn't the strongest hero at the very beginning, and like I said, that's why I like Font so much, because you get those levels, and once you can really start stacking some of those abilities, it's absolutely huge. And with her run speed being nerfed, you know, it got hit pretty hard, guys. You know, it's less than half, or it's around half. You know, that's huge. You know, you used to get E and not worry about it. That once you picked it up, you know, hey, you're done. But now, you know, I think I should probably focus Hive E and then just deal with Mark being lower. I don't know, guys. I haven't spent enough time with her, especially in solo lane. I really think playing in the solo lane, you should really change the way, you know, you're going to rotate, do her rotation, things like that. Now, I am going to start pushing this lane a little bit. You know, I'm going to wait till this farms up, and then we're going to need to push, because, you know, we have just a huge superiority in the ranged minions, and this lane's going to naturally push on its own. So I want to get it to reset, and by doing that, you know, hey, maybe we can force Crunch out of lane. I'm going to go ahead and run through everybody, get those heals up, and guys, if I would have enough mana, we would have definitely taken him out. Oh, it feels bad, but, you know, hey, great job on his part. You know, he was able to dip out, and I do get my ult, so I'm going, you know what, I'm going to head back to base, top off with mana, and I might be able to ult him at this point. You see, he started to back, and then he stayed in, so I'm going to, maybe I can. I don't have mana flow Acolyte, so I don't have any extra power, and it's just a waste of an ult. And, you know, really, I backed way before I should have. I was a little greedy on that. It would have been much better to, you know, push that, but hopefully Crunch will, you know, wrap that lane up and get it set in the right direction. Now, I'm going to get back to lane, guys. I cannot tell you how much I don't like this new movement speed. Oh, it feels so bad. I think there's a time coming up where I'm, like, trying to get the tower, and I hit my run fast button, and it's, like, almost slows me down. Feels bad, but hey, you know, if you want to play Morigesh, she's still a very viable hero. You just definitely have to know that that run fast button is no longer run fast. It's just accelerated. But I'm going to go ahead and, you know, try to push this wave, get it set in the right direction, you know. I'm just kind of waiting, you know, I still want my wave to stay under tower. I don't want to push up far, you know, we're starving this crunch. And again, I can use abilities to not really get any damage, or, you know, not get aggro from the minions, which, you know, that's huge. That is a huge advantage that I have, even though, you know, Crunch is one of the best solo heroes, and he can definitely, you know, just tear me to pieces. So we have to be aware of that, but until he hits his ultimate, you know, we should be okay. Now, again, you know, he dives me a little bit, and guys, we're gonna wrap this up. You know, we're definitely gonna wrap that up. And, you know, that was just poor choice, poor engagement on his part. You know, he did hit level 5, but he probably should have waited until the minion wave kind of cleared out. And, you know, from here, hey, great play on our part. We're gonna go ahead and shove this lane and get it under tower. Now, one reason I don't really like casters in that solo lane is because they need a tremendous amount of help with their tower, unless, you know, you want to take the tower down at 20 minutes in. You definitely have to have some rotation, because as a caster, you don't really do much damage to structures. And right there, guys, you can see I used my run fast. Oh, it's so bad. But we're going to go ahead and, you know, continue to slow farm. You know, I don't want to push this. If Crunch, you know, pushes up, guys, we're going to be able to get a ton of damage on him. And you can see he is standing close, so he's still getting that small amount of farm, but he's not getting the last hits, and that's exactly what we want. We want to keep him from, you know, really being able to farm well at all. And right now, you know, my lane is set in a very good position. And again, if he pushes up at all, we're going to go ahead and mark him like that. And then I'm going to use that run through all the enemies. You know, I got a ton of those stacks up, so the little bit of damage he was able to do, you know, we healed it right back up. He is going to go pick up Aqua Buff, which, you know, I kind of head that way. You know, I don't have a whole lot of mana, but is what it is, guys. We got to let him go. We were able to chase him off and, you know, get a good chunk of damage on him. But again, you know, that Aqua Buff, you know, it's such a big advantage. Now, I knew better than to push up like that. You know, that Aurora was able to rotate, take me out. And to be quite honest, I had no idea they had a jungle Aurora. So they took me out pretty bad. You know, that's a pretty severe punishment, you know. And you can see I was just pushed up a little. Guys, I'm a caster. I'm very, very weak. It's very easy for me to get ganked, and, you know, that's exactly what happened. Now, once I do spawn him back in, you know, I went ahead and put Apex Predator on. I definitely want to get that stacked up. My Fae made a great rotation, was able to get a double kill there. You know, we got a double kill for that tower, so you know, that's worth, guys. Terra does rotate over, and, you know, I believe they have a Terra support, and we have a Terra support as well. You know, this is definitely an odd match, but, you know, hey, Terra support, it might be a thing. Our Terra is, you know, she's kind of doing support-ish things, and it looks like, you know, with their support making that huge rotation, you know, we should be able to get quite a bit of pressure in that solo lane, but it doesn't quite work out that way. But that's okay, you know, we're trying to stack up our Apex, and, you know, hey, that's great. Now, you can see Crunch has that advantage, guys, and he's gonna do work. This is what I'm talking about. My run fast, you know, I did use it right whenever he stunned me, and, you know, hey, that feels bad, man. He's able to take me out. You know, being out of mana, guys, I was just very much out of position. I don't play Morigesh solo lane very often, but my team was able to wrap that kill up. You know, they made a great rotation. Picked up that kill. You know, I'm really trying to push tower. You know, we don't have a tower down yet, and that's pretty substantial. Now, once I spawn back in, you know, guys, this deck that I'm using, you know, there really aren't a whole lot of cards that I could pick up. You know, looking back at it now, I probably should have tried to get Finder of Playthings instead of focusing on nothing but intellect, but it is what it is. Now, we go ahead and, you know, go in onto that Crunch a little bit, but he backs off and deals with the tower. again, guys, I'm trying to push this tower, you know, as an offlaner or as a solo laner, you know, it's my job to down my tower solo, so I'm trying the best that I can, but again, I'm a caster, you know, same with playing like Shimby, someone like Shimby in that solo lane. Yeah, the only exception is, you know, I feel Shimby has a little bit more impact. You know, she's got some great sustain, she's got, you know, pretty decent poke, she's got much better wave clear, you know, she just feels like a much better solo laner than Morigesh. But hey, you know, we're doing a little bit of work. I did get my ult onto that Terra, but I'm kind of thinking that, hey, you know, I'm probably not going to be able to kill her, especially if she has her block up, so wasn't going to waste that mana on her. Aurora does head over, you know, so we go ahead and switch our mark. You know, again, we're stacking Apex, and I need to head back to my lane, get it set in the right direction. You know, they're almost at my T2, so I definitely need to head over and make something happen. You know, at least get it set in the right direction. Now, I was thinking about backing here, and, you know, after I kind of clean this wave up, get it set in the right direction, I was thinking about backing, but Faye shows up, and it's like, hey, let's push this lane. You know, we've got two casters, and you can see Terra's in mid lane, so, you know, maybe we can actually make something happen here, you know, and I'm gonna go, I'm gonna take out this tower, and sure enough, that's exactly what we do. Now, I have no idea where Crunch went. Like, I really thought Faye killed her there, or killed him there, and then I see he's where, like, that dash, did y'all see it? He, like, disappeared. I honestly thought she killed him, but she goes, you know, she chased that kill, got a little out of position, and was punished pretty severely for that. You know, I think I'm going to, like I said in that last Steel video, I think I'm going to play a game where I you know, kind of show those mistakes. Maybe I'll do that next video if I can get a game where I feel confident enough to, you know, make those mistakes. I'll go ahead and kind of show them off, you know, with first-person kind of views, and maybe that can, you know, kind of show y'all, like, hey, once you're down the tower, back up, you know, maybe we can do something like that. Now, our mid lane, you know, they dove our mid lane, and we did down our T1, but, you know, we're still not doing very well with the tower game. So hopefully we can get everything set up. You know, you can see our support, Terra, is not with our ADC. So our ADC is not really able to push up as much as she would like. You know, their Twin Blast and their Terra are kind of staying a little bit, you know, they're staying together a little bit better than ours are. But is what it is, guys. Now, I've got almost full mana, you know, and I see this Crunch. I'm going to go ahead and go in on Crunch, and with my run fast, I should be able to get enough healing done to where I can take him out. No, not quite there yet, guys. You know, I really thought that I would be able to, you know, I'm not used to this slow run fast. You know, I should have been able to juke all that, and you can see, that was a terrible engagement. You know, I would be able to do that a little bit later, and, you know, if I were to have something like Atomic Soldier on, I would have definitely killed him, but, oh, it feels bad, man. But, yeah, really, that run fast, I'm still used to that old being able to just zip through with that, you know, faster cooldown, Now, once I do spawn back in, I'm actually going to head to our duo lane. You know, that minion wave is pushing. My lane is, you know, it's, I'm not sure which way it's set, but, you know, our duo lane was definitely pushing. And, you know, our Sparrow gets kind of caught out in the jungle right here. I'm going to head over, and I'm just going to ult this Icky. I want him gone. You know, Aurora shows up, and, you know, that is unfortunate, but hey, we were able to get that sticky bomb off. And that was able to, you know, help Faye wrap up that kill. Terra is here, you know, and we're all kind of out of mana, but let's go ahead and see if we can take her out. Crunch shows up, and oh, that auto shield saved me, man. And with Crunch and Terra both there, you know, they're going to be able to wrap that Crunch kill up, or Crux and Terra. They're going to be able to wrap that Crunch kill up, and I got to dip out. I finally got my mana fountain online. So, hopefully I'll have a lot more sustain. You can see my lane is set in the right direction, which is what we want. We got a great triple kill, so we should be able to at least take Fang or, you know, a tower at this point. Now, my team wasn't able to take down that T1 in mid, which, you know, that is a bit unfortunate, but we do get Fang. And guys, look at this lag. Like, I don't know what happened. Like, it's just one of the worst parts of lag I've ever had. I'm trying to do something with this Twin Blast. What is going on here? Like, I'm running through the wall. Like, it's so bad. But, hey, you know, at least we scared them off. I mean, I really hope that they fix these lag issues. You know, I've never really had these until, I want to say V44-3 is when this happened. You know, you get this lag like that. You can still see it's going on. It's like this for a minute or two, and then, you know, either you die or, you know, it just goes away, something like that. But yeah, it makes it very hard to play heroes when, you know, you've got this constant lag. You know, Morigesh, she's got kind of lock-on stuff, but still, you know, you saw with that Twin Blast, there was nothing I could do. I didn't even know where he was. But we're gonna go ahead and push our lane again, get set in the right direction, and then, you know, see what we can do from there. Thinking about backing just to see if that goes away, because it's bad, guys. Now from here, we're going to actually get that lane set and then head to mid lane. You know, we need a down mid lane, guys. We really need to. We've got Fang. We just took out Twin and Aurora. We should be able to take out mid, and especially being a T1. You know, they might not even defend it all that much. We get a great team collapse, and, you know, hey, we're able to take this tower down. You know, and that's great. Still getting that lag though. You can see I'm oh god. Oh, guys, it feels so bad. But, hey, we're going to head back to our lane. And, again, you know, we've got that lane set, but, you know, there's not a whole lot going on right now. Aurora's still down, so we might be able to push something, get some pressure up, and maybe, you know, make a play happen elsewhere. Now, I see that there's a huge presence in mid, and I'm going to go try to back to get rid of this lag, but I say, you know what, I'm gonna go try to help out Faye, keep her from dying to Terra. You know, I get a mark onto Twin. Guys, do you see this lag? It feels bad, man. But, you know, hey, we didn't do a whole lot there, but I think we prevented something, you know, pretty bad from going down. Now, our Sparrow is in the Raptor Pit, and we gotta head over there. Hopefully we can make something happen. And, you know, the Twin Blast is here. I'm going to go ahead, get a mark on him. I try to ult him, but, you know, I'm stunned and frozen and everything else. I end up going down. I did get my ult off, but Twin Blast actually survives. He is running Sacred Alchemy, so, you know, he's able to get those shields up, which, you know, that can really prevent that big burst damage. But, hey, is what it is. My team's going to continue this fight. Unfortunately, they're not able to take out Aurora. And you see how fast that Glacial Charge melted? Like, I thought it was supposed to last for like 4 seconds. But, you know, we're clearly having some pretty terrible lag in this server. So, is what it is. Now, nothing else really happens with that fight. You know, they kind of push up to the T2 in mid, but, you know, then they back off. Terra heads to my lane, so I'm just going to let her do her thing. You know, I still need farm, but I really want to get that max level on Apex, and I'm just one away from it. And now is a very good time for us to go for Prime, or for Fang. Now, I'm not going to go into Fang. I'm going to stay in mid, make sure that, you know, keep this vision on the enemies. We've got a huge presence at Fang, so sure enough, they're able to take care of that, no problem. And, you know, me keeping this vision here in mid, you know, it's a pretty big deal. You know, that way my team, you know, we knew where 3 of the enemies were, and, you know, Crunch, that Iggy, and Twin Blast, knowing where they are, that's huge when it comes to securing an objective like Fang. Now, I am in comms with Grux and our Sparrow, and Grux actually gets caught out right here, so I'm going to go head over to help him. I did not know he had Veil Stepper, and I'm going, hey, why'd you run that way? Like, oh! And, you know, and then I put myself out of position, and I get melted. You know, that feels bad, man. I'm going to go ahead and try to wrap up that river buff and, you know, get a little bit of damage on somebody. I kept a river buff out of their hands. I had no idea our Grux had that Veil Stepper, and, you know, I tried to make something happen there. You know, I tried to help him out, but it is what it is. You know, feels bad. My team does a great job of collapsing. If Terra would have stunned right there, you know, we probably would have done quite a bit more. But, you know, Twin Blast, he's running that Sacred Alchemy, and without getting him stunned, you know, there's not going to be a whole lot we can do. And we end up getting a team wipe. You know, that me getting, or Grux getting out of position, and then me getting out of position to help him, and then Grux getting back out of position to help me, you know, it ended up all of us coming in staggered, and we all died. You know, that was terrible. It was an absolute awful play, and, you know, hey, it was just bad. I shouldn't have gone in there. But, you know, hey, we all make mistakes. Now the enemy team is pushing down this mid lane like crazy, and I'm the only one up, so I've got to do everything I can to prevent this. And, you know, hey, I'm trying, guys. Aurora did go in on the tower, so, you know, I'm gonna try to do some work on her. Twin Blast comes in, you know, and with him having Sacred Alchemy, you know, my ultimate just isn't really hitting. We go ahead and get that bomb off, and we're actually able to take out Aurora. You know, we do lose our mid inhib, which, you know, feels bad. And, you know, I spawn in and get another instant death. You know, I'm 2-6-2. This is a terrible game, guys. But, hey, you know, we're doing the best we can. You know, it is a challenge after all. Now I'm just going to go ahead and remove that wait time. You know, it's 30-second wait time. But, you know, I'm just going to take that out. I'm going to head down to mid lane, you know, get this set in the right direction. Our Terra's pushing our solo lane, so I don't need to worry about that. Now, Iggy did have Spell Shield, but I want to hit him with that mark so Grux's stuns actually work on him. And so, you know, I kind of wasted that mark, but hey, it was specifically to get rid of that Spell Shield. And guys, as casters, remove Spell Shields so the enemies that, or the heroes that do have CC, they can actually use that CC. You know, if you're Gideon, throw a rock at somebody. You know, you might miss that damage, but, you know, Grux can come over there and smash and grab, something like that. If you wait for Grux to use that smash and grab to get your damage off, well, you know, there goes your CC and that enemy might escape. Now, Aurora is kind of rotating over. I'm thinking she's probably going to jump up. You know, I'm kind of looking around, and then Terra shows up behind me. So I'm just getting out, guys. With me, Terra, and Faye here, we should be able to, you know, safely shove this lane. And, you know, maybe we can even make something happen, you know, if the enemy does try to show up and challenge us. I'm going to go ahead and follow Terra, you know. Again, guys, you can be out of position if your team's out of position with you. But she ends up kind of dipping out, and hey, no problem. I'm not gonna run through their jungle like that, you know. As a caster, that's just asking for trouble. And from here, we're gonna go continue to shove this lane. Now, we do have some enemies showing up in mid, so we have to be careful. And then Aurora heads in, and guys, you know, we got to back out of that situation. I'm gonna try to throw some damage down, but, you know, hey, we need to get out. I should have got out much sooner. And hey, Crunch is here. Another death, guys. Feels bad, man. You know, I should have just turned and ran when that Aurora ult went off. You know, feels bad. I'm not exactly sure why our Faye and our Terra are diving when, you know, they should have been in on that team fight. But, you know, hey, no problem. They're diving on the other side of the tower, you know, in him. But hey, it's what it is. Faye does a great job and ends up taking out Aurora. You know, it's a 4-4-3 fight. You know, we lost that fight, and with an inhib down, you know, that's huge. We've made a lot of mistakes this game. Now I go ahead and spawn back in. I've got to go to my lane. We get it set, you know, in the right direction. You see this minion wave is absolutely huge. We're going to go ahead and just clean that up. And then I just sloppy set that next wave. You know, I run through it, use that poison bomb, whatever, hive. You know, so that lane's set. You know, it's set pretty sloppy, but it is set. Now the team is engaging here in the jungle. And then Twin comes in behind us. You know, I'm going to go ahead and get a mark off on him. And, you know, if we can get some CC on Twin, he's going to get melted. You know, as long as he's shooting somebody, it's going to be hard to take him out. But, you know, if we can take him out. Sure enough, we're able to. You know, we did run through the tower, but hey, no problem. Now we need to back off of this. And Grux is here, you know, we need to back off. We've got a great 3-man kill there. We should be able to turn this fight around. You know, we should be able to make something happen. Our Terra did a great job. Terra and Sparrow did a great job taking out that T2 in the duo lane, and they're actually going in on the inhib. So, you know, hey, let's go ahead and collapse over there. You know, we can provide some help at least. And with my full team here, minus Faye, you know, hey, we're gonna get some great kills, guys. Sure enough, we get the team on these staggered deaths, and we're gonna just shove into this inhib, take this inhib out, and then, you know, hey, our solo lane, since I said it earlier, you know, it's got a Winion wave on it. Well, the mid lane, you know, I was gonna go kind of just run across there, but since the team is spawning back in, you know, with Crunch being up, let's just kind of back out and see where we need to go. You know, Terra, she's at half health running through the jungle here, and, you know, with Crunch dealing with that solo lane, I'm going, hey, you know, I should be able to take out Crunch now. You know, with my run fast being at max level, I should be able to solo Crunch, you know, just stay away from those stuns, and I'm gonna kind of wait for the right opportunity to do that. If we can keep the enemy team on these staggered deaths, this will be absolutely huge, guys. And so, you know, I'm waiting for him to push up. If he's going to continue to push up, we're going to get him. Sure enough, you know, I go ahead and hit him with that bomb, hit him with that mark, and then start running through the minions, kind of run away a little bit, you know, and you can see where he's going, guys. And, you know, running through those minions, got those heals, so that little bit of damage he was able to do, sure enough, we lived through that, and awesome. You know, we take out Crunch. Now's the time to pick up Prime. We've got the team on these staggered deaths. This is absolutely huge, and exactly what we needed. From here, we do a great split push. You know, we don't have to worry about this duo lane very much, since it's got the inhib down already. You know, Aurora shows up, and we're going to poke Aurora a little bit, and then we actually end up going into this inhib. Aurora does use her ult, but, you know, hey, I've got Spell Shield up, so I'm not too worried about Aurora. And we're going to continue to, you know, push, do some damage to her. You know, I've got my ult, which I ended up wasting it, you know, but hey, no problem. You can see Nasher does quite a bit of damage once you start getting those very late ticks on. You know, she had quite a bit of health, and yeah, it's just chipping down. My team does a great job with these split push. You know, we're getting the enemies down. You know, we're keeping them on staggered deaths, and we're actually able to take down all 3 inhibs. You know, this Prime play was huge. Taking out Crunch freed us up to actually, you know, pick up Prime. You know, great plays through our whole team, and hey, we end up being what, 5-7-5. You know, so it was definitely a sloppy game on our part. But hey, I'm doing something I don't typically do. But hey, we ended up wrapping up this match and getting the victory. You know, it feels good. So I gotta say, challenge complete. You know, it was definitely sloppy, and I don't recommend it, but hey, we did it, guys. Well, thanks a lot, Jerry, for this challenge. You know, hey, it was a lot of fun, and if y'all have challenges you'd like me to do, let me know, guys. Well, as always, thanks for watching. If you did enjoy, show me some love, leave me a comment, think about subscribing, join our Discord. I'd love to play with y'all, and as always, I'll see y'all in the next video.